Back here on CBS Sports HQ, Hakeem Dermish here with you. We are moments away from some big-time news in high school and college football. In just a few minutes, the #1 cornerback in the 2021 class will make his announcement live right here on CBS Sports HQ.
Ga'Quincy McKinstry, nicknamed Kool-Aid, the #1 ranked cornerback in the top 247 out of Pinson, Alabama, Valley High. An alpha personality in the secondary and one of the more competitive players in the country regardless of position.
And when you look at his tape, you see not only is he a big-time player at cornerback, but he's also a stud at wide receiver, gets it done at a high level on both sides of the field. He's also a stud on the basketball court, and this could play a huge role when it comes to him deciding which college to go to. He's down to his final three. It includes Alabama, Auburn, and LSU. Now, the one thing I can tell you is whatever school he picks, they're getting a saucy playmaker.
Taking a look at the top cornerbacks in the class of 2021 according to 24/7 Sports composite rankings, and there he is sitting atop the list having the time of his life. Ga'Quincy McKinstry, the #1 corner in the class. His nickname is Kool-Aid because when he was born he came out with a smile and his grandmother immediately likened him to the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah, I love it. Welcome in 24/7 Sports Director of Scouting, Barton Simmons. Barton, you love Kool-Aid. I love Kool-Aid. He's the top cornerback in the class of 2021. What makes this kid so special?
To put it simply, ball skills. I think in today's game, it's so critical to be able to play the ball in the air and to turn people over. And I think when you look at what he can do on the field, both on the offensive side of the ball and on the defensive side of the ball, it's all about making plays on. I mean, he's got a very productive career as a pass catcher. He's outstanding turning people over. When he gets the ball in his hands on defense, he can convert it to touchdowns. You can just see it's natural for him. The body skills are natural. The body control are natural. And when the ball arrives, he's an easy catcher. And I think he's the type of athlete that's effortless and fluid. He may not go into a combine right now and run a 4.3 or be one of the biggest freaks in this class just from a pure combine athleticism standpoint, but he's going to run as fast as he needs to, and he can elevate. He's explosive. He's got such natural ability that he's just got kind of the whole skill set that you want, particularly in today's game that's such a vertical passing game and where people are throwing it around so much. This is a guy that can turn you over quickly.
His final schools down to Alabama, Auburn, and LSU, so we know he's going to the SEC, and one of those schools is going to get one heck of a player. If you had to give us a player comp for us here, who's someone that jumps out to your mind here?
Yeah, you know, a guy that kind of comes to mind to me is Trevon Diggs, the guy that just got drafted out of Alabama, in fact. And part of the reason I like that comp is because if you remember Trevon Diggs from high school, he was a wide receiver as well, two-way guy, had over 1,000 yards receiving a couple years out of the DMV area, and comes to Alabama and really has the versatility to play a little safety early in his career, play a little bit of corner, could be a little bit of that star position. I think that Kool-Aid McKinstry has some of that ability in his game as well. Could perhaps play a little safety down the road. I think long-term his best bet is at the cornerback position as a lockdown type of player. But I think his versatility and his ball skills, I think, compare well to what Trevon Diggs was coming out of high school.
Certainly has athleticism, plays into the fact that he's a great basketball player as well, and
Yep.
one of these schools is going to get a basketball player as well as a football player. Barton, appreciate the breakdown here as we take a look at Ga'Quincy McKinstry, set to make his college decision. Nickname is Kool-Aid, 5-star prospect, #1 cornerback in the 2021 class. So it is time now to turn our attention to the man of the hour. Let's go out to Pinson Valley High School in the state of Alabama. We welcome the man himself, Ga'Quincy Kool-Aid McKinstry. And Ga'Quincy, before we get to your decision, give us the backstory on how you earned your nickname Kool-Aid.
I earned my nickname Kool-Aid. I came by my mom smiling, and my grandma to the left of me named me Kool-Aid.
That's phenomenal. Love it. All right, we'll get to your official announcement in just a minute, but first tell us what this recruiting process has been like for you, especially during the pandemic.
The recruiting process has been good. I mean, I have dealt with a lot of things because of the COVID. But, I mean, it's been good to me.
What was particularly difficult as you tried to make this decision? What was it like sleeping last night, waking up today, knowing that you're going to make this decision today?
I actually slept good last night because I'm very happy with my decision, but it was very difficult because I couldn't visit schools since like February. So, I mean, I wanted to visit schools and really get to take my official visit before I made my decision, but things happen.
All right, here we go. It's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. The stage is yours, my man. Where will the top cornerback in the class of 2021 be playing college football?
First off, I want to thank God, my friends, and my family. Secondly, I want to thank Mr. Turner and all the administrators here at Pinson Valley and all my coaches. And I wouldn't be able to be at where I was at without my team. Thirdly, I want to thank the 3 top schools who have been recruiting me for this learn journey since I was a freshman. But lastly, most importantly, I want to thank my little brother, Jamari Allen, that died. At the age of 7, I lost my little brother. He was 1 year old. Ever since I lost him, that what motivated me. It motivated me to get to where I wanted to go. So all I want to say to him is keep on watching over me and the fam. I love you, bro. But for the next 3 to 4 years, I'll be taking my talents to the University of Alabama.
Oh, yeah. All right, roll tide. Here we go. So the Alabama kid staying home, going to Alabama. Ga'Quincy, what was it about Alabama that made them the top option on your list?
My grandma, stop. Come on. Hello?
What was it about Alabama, Ga'Quincy, that made it your top option?
I just feel this way I can be myself at. I'm not far away from my family. And now I can finally say it. I mean, I've been recruited since I was a freshman. Now I can finally say I've been an Alabama fan all my life. My dream
Is there
school.
a favorite moment you have from your recruiting process with Alabama, with Nick Saban, some of your conversations you had with him?
I had a lot of great conversations with Coach Saban. I mean, he's a great guy. He always been real from the jump. Can't do nothing but respect him.
Is it your plan to play both football and basketball at Alabama?
Yes, sir. I will be playing football and basketball at the University of Alabama.
Yes, sir!
Football-wise, I think I play like Jalen Ramsey at cornerback. Basketball-wise, I feel like I play like Westbrook.
Ga'Quincy McKinstry headed to Alabama. Roll Tide. Ga'Quincy, congrats on your decision. And before we let you go here, tell the Crimson Tide fans what type of player they're going to get once you step on campus.
You guys will be getting a winner. I mean, I won all my life, so you guys will be getting a winner. Expect to win. Just continue to expect to win.
So Kool-Aid headed to Alabama. They're going to love them some Kool-Aid there in Tuscaloosa. The kid is staying home, the #1 cornerback in the 2021 class. Going to go play for the Tide. Also going to play college basketball as well for Nate Oates and the Tide program there. And for more here, let's welcome in National Football Editor from Max Preps, Zach Poff. And Zach, Ga'Quincy Kool-Aid McKinstry officially committing to Alabama. What type of playmaker are the Tide getting?
Hey, he said it right there, man. You're getting a winner. This is a dude that's won 2 state titles in football, and he also led Pinson Valley to their first ever basketball state championship during his junior season. And that's what really jumps off for me is his athleticism. He's a big-time basketball player and even better football player. He lines up at corner. He lines up at safety. He lines up at wide receiver. And I tell you what, man, he'd probably be a 5-star at either one of those 3 positions. And, you talked about him being able to play basketball and football at the next level. I also expect him to get in on offense. That's the type of wide receiver he is. He's one of the best athletes in the country. And Alabama adds their 5th 5-star to an already loaded 2021 class. Pretty impressive what Nick Saban keeps doing year in and year out.
Comparing Kool-Aid to some of the other top defensive backs in the classes, and we showed the rankings from 24/7 Sports Composite, what is it about Ga'Quincy that sets him apart from the rest?
I think it's his versatility because, cornerback is his #1 position, but he's been playing a lot of safety this year during his senior campaign and doing it at a high level. And, just his playmaking ability. He goes up and gets the ball at the highest point at wide receiver and at cornerback. And he's the type of dude that when he gets his hands on the ball, the play's not going to end there. He's usually going to take it in 4-6. And I love his dog mentality. This dude is tough. He loves to compete. And at the end of the day, he is a winner. And you just look at his win-loss record during his high school career. I think that's going to bode well when he gets to Alabama and keep them in contention to winning national titles each single season.
You often tell us to get your popcorn ready, the popcorn. How soon should we expect an impact from Ga'Quincy when he arrives in Tuscaloosa?
I think there's a good chance we see him make an impact as a true freshman. You look at Malachi Moore, another Alabama dude from Hewitt-Trussville. He's making a huge impact in the secondary for Nick Saban during his true freshman campaign. It's rare to see at Alabama, but that's the kind of mentality and toughness, and he's always ready to play. I expect Ga'Quincy McKinstry, Mr. Kool-Aid, to be balling as a true freshman and making plays in the SEC for, his first year, his second year, and third year. And there's a good chance we see him off the board in the first round of the 2024 NFL Draft.
Looking forward to watching him in Tuscaloosa for the Tide, announcing his commitment to Alabama. Zach Poff always bringing the sauce. We appreciate the time, my friend.
Of course, man.
All right, so there you have it. Ga'Quincy Kool-Aid McKinstry taking his talents to Tuscaloosa to play for Nick Saban and Alabama, the #1 cornerback in the 2021 class, making his announcement live here on CBS Sports HQ, headed to the University of Alabama.